Hey everybody, welcome to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and this is the 30th episode in my 4th Age of Wonders 3 Advanced Strategy series. Before I get into anything with this episode, I just wanted to address what happened with the last episode. It was pointed out to me after uploading that the audio had cut out somewhere around 18 minutes and 50 seconds, I think, if I remember right. I have no idea why that happened. The audio was definitely working for me in my video editing software. The audio strip definitely worked all the way through, so something went wrong during the render process and I'm not sure what. With that being said, let's go ahead and do the comments for this week. We've got 3 of them I want to go over. One of them is for Arch Redbeard, actually 2 that he mentioned that I wanted to point out. For one thing, the Druid's Revive Instinct. I was doing a battle over here against some human knights that were, I think, on this quarry right here. And he correctly pointed out, Arch Redbeard correctly pointed out that Revive Instinct, which is a spell that my druid can get, and may in fact already have. I should probably check that. Yes, he already has it. He started with it. That spell is fairly cheap to cast and affects all mounted units on the battlefield, at the very least lowering some of their movement points, at best severely damaging their morale. And movement, actually. So it's an extremely useful spell against cavalry, worth using in these kinds of structures. I didn't really need it, but more importantly, could be very handy against Manicore Riders later in the game, given that I'm going up against so many warlords. So I think that that's definitely something that I want to try to keep in mind. So thanks to him for pointing that out. Also, the Tigran Manticore Riders and their Pounce ability, a great way to counter that is by having a unit with Guardbreaker, like a Golem, which is actually on its way back to my other cities, but I may want to consider swapping that in for something here. I don't really have a unit that I want to get rid of for it, and I kind of want to keep it back to help guard these other cities, maybe in case like a spare Manicore Rider shows up. But basically, if I run into any more of those, it would be nice to have units with Guardbreaker around, because when the Manicore Rider pounces, it goes into defense. But if you can break its guard and all your units are right there, you can easily flank it, probably kill it. So good advice there. Maybe even worth making a couple more golems. I might be able to actually use my other city up here to produce some of those, since my city down south is busy producing flame tanks at the moment. Or maybe I could throw a couple more golems out. I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go, but thanks to him for that advice. Sarah Feingold had a good point with regard to whether getting Chaos Rift and Beast Horde are really worth it in terms of, just how much investment in skill points you have to take to get there. And I agree with her. It actually, it kind of depends on what you want to do. And I think it also in part depends on the game settings. But what we had discussed basically came down to, in my opinion, I think it sort of depends on whether you're playing on very strong defenders or not. So for me, with very strong defenders on, clearing structures like mythical structures like this, you almost have to have that unless you get like way far in the game and just are stacked with tier 4 units. It's come in very handy to clear some Forbidden Sanctums with my Druid army. The Sorcerer isn't quite there yet though, and I'm taking a long time getting him there just because it's kind of difficult to level him up when you're not putting points in other things. So I think that with the Sorcerer, it kind of is it's a heavier investment, basically, because it takes 70 casting points to get Chaos Rift, and I'm only at 60 right now, whereas the Druid only needs 50. And I think both spells have really about the same effect when you're talking about clearing structures. So for Druids, I would say definitely always worth it. For the Sorcerer, probably depends. I guess I'll leave that up to you guys to make that decision for yourself. But in my case here, I think it will be helpful for me. So I'm going to continue along that path for the time being. Last comment that I want to mention is from Jeff with regard to my navy. Now that I know that this city down here is not a mermaid dwelling, as I had thought this whole time, the navy might not be as useful or as needed in this area. I was thinking about possibly trying to get it up in this northern sea, where the Draconians near where the Draconians are. Because look at near where the Draconians are, because look at all the water around here. There's just a lot of rivers and stuff. The Navy could be really useful in this area from a strategic perspective. The question is, what direction do I want to send it? If I go east, then it's going to be a longer route with more risk from getting attacked by enemy units, but possibly also more reward from clearing treasure sites along the way. If I go this way, it's going to be a more boring trip. I might see some action up here because I think there's a pirate dwelling in there somewhere, but I will also get to my destination probably faster, so I don't know what I'm going to do with them for sure, but for the time being, I think I'm going to leave this navy here and then let my king's army do some work in this area because they're going to be coming up out of this cave in a little bit, depending on the way the landmass is shaped here, which actually that would be a useful thing for this navy to explore. It's probably figuring out the shape of the landmass so I can plan this out a little better. But my king's army could go up around here and hopefully get to this city kind of fast, do some damage to the Tigrans. Or that might actually be purple. No, that's yellow. That's the Tigran. That's a Tigran city. They probably took it from purple. So that's kind of where I'm at thinking with the navy. I'll probably send them along the western route. I would probably build more ships, but this city's going to be busy building firstborns for a while. And if it wasn't building firstborns... Oh, wait a second. This city isn't really ready to build firstborns yet, now that I think of it. It needs that enchanting tree, and it hasn't really grown a whole lot yet. It grows again in 3 turns. Yeah, I'm going to actually cancel this, because I want the benefit from that enchanting tree in there. I'm going to upgrade, probably, I'll get an observatory in here and maybe get a stone wall. Actually, just the observatory alone would be enough. Yeah, I want to get... Whoops. I don't have enough gold for that. No, I don't have enough mana for that. How about... Do I have any way of getting a little more mana? Maybe I'll pick some up on this turn. That's really all the comments. I'm going to just kind of keep going here, but that is something I want to do, is get that enchanting tree in there so that the firstborns have the enchanted armor. Almost forgot about that. Okay, so this is Nimic. I'm not really... Let's see. The city's got... It's got a Forbidden Sanctum. That's pretty nice. It kind of screams support units. Maybe this wouldn't be a bad city to migrate to elves. It would help me get race governance faster with the elves, which is something I could use. Let's look at this here for a second. So, yeah, I got a long way to go with them. And... They lost a city in migration, so they're not really happy with me. I think I'll give them another city, because I could make Storm Sisters down here with Resurgence, and that would be pretty nice. It would take them a little while to level up, but I do love support units, especially Storm Sisters, so... Yeah, I think I'll throw this city to the elves. It's going to take a while to migrate, but I kind of want more elf cities down here, just to mix up, because I've got some human cities. Actually, these are... That's Tigran. I thought I had a human city around here. Is that what this is? No, that's dwarf. Might be worth getting a human city down here too. I have a human city up here that'll eventually be making... this will eventually be making some of those human priests, but for now I'm just upgrading the infrastructure. I guess down here I'll leave this going to the elves, because Storm Sisters with Resurgence sound pretty nice. On that note, I should probably try to clear that structure before I forget about it. Can't do anything with this city yet. Maybe if I clear that structure on this turn, maybe if it's not already cleared, I'll get some mana for it. Yeah, I could try to get there. I could get somebody there for sure. Let's, my king kind of needs some healing. I may as well clear this structure because there's production resources right here. So I'll clear this and maybe see if I can get some units on that Forbidden Sanctum on this turn and take that out. Alright, these guys should be pretty easy to deal with. I'm going to back my king up because he needs some heals. Actually, if I could get the Forge Priest over there, I would heal him a little more. Alright, and then these guys are just asking to get massacred here. Yeah, that's a guaranteed one-shot kill on those poor Swarm Darters. I might let the Knight go do that. I guess there's pikemen there. Let's see what this guy can do. This guy can't do... wait, yeah, that's right. He can do something. Oh, that's not what I intended to do, but okay, we'll go with it. That was a misclick. Okay, one hit kill on that guy, so that's not an issue anymore. Is there anybody else that can get in range, finish him off? Okay, we can I can kill him. Is that a butcher? They have first strike, I think. This will almost certainly kill them, so I'm just going to go for it. Okay. And then I'm going to use this cannon to go after that guy. And then we'll just hold up. I want this in front. It probably won't stop that warg from hitting my machines, but... Well, actually, this might. If I put a knight, like, here. Just get in the way. Okay, they're gonna gang up on that knight. Which, I can't really get anything close enough to heal, unfortunately. Unless I can stun or web something, I don't think I have anything that can do that. Alright, well, we're gonna reset the cooldown on this thing again. Yeah, I can't get him quite close enough. I'll just have this guy heal himself. Hi. Okay, the lifesteal helps. And who wants the final kill? Probably the king. We'll give it to the heroes. Our Treadbeard keeps reminding me to do that, and he is not wrong. Actually, I'll give XP to a king by reloading the cannon and then let this guy go get that kill. Or I could even do this. Let this guy go set him on fire. And then let these guys, nope, they can't dispel. And then I'll let the cannon do the finish him off. That way everybody gets XP. I'm sure my other units appreciated me threading the needle with a cannonball right between all of them like that. Okay, laboratory, which I don't actually know how much either of these things cost off the top. Okay, the laboratory is like 75 gold and 50 mana, I think. I'm not sure. I don't know how much the Dreadnought's Foundry costs off the bat. I think I'm going to go with the laboratory, though, because it'll help towards growing the city's size. And I'm probably not going to use the city to produce many, if any, machines. Alright, let's see if we can get how many people we can get on there. We can get him, we can get Colm. Can't get any firstborns. Can't get a siege unit, but I can get both knights. I can get the phalanx. So 2 knights of phalanx, Colm the king. Can anyone else reach that tile? No. It's not worth it then. Not worth it to take that risk. As much as I would love to get the extra mana, I think I'm going to put this city over here. And I'm probably going to just build a wooden wall there or something. Yeah, a wooden wall and then a stone wall would have largely the same effect. Okay. Alright, well then we'll have everyone else stay where they are. That's probably okay. And then these armies are just going to have to hang out here until I'm ready to move on to that structure. I'm going to want to get somebody out there to deal with that too. Put everyone here for now. Oh, I should have moved them along the road. That wasn't very smart of me. That's fine. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, already casting a spell, so going to the next turn. Try to keep this moving here. I want to keep an eye on this city for now, because there's some units embarked in the water right there that I would just love to pick off if possible. But I don't know what direction they're going to go. In fact, I'm hoping that they get lured into attacking the spy drone. Because if they do, my ship should be able to catch up to them. These galleons can move pretty darn fast. That's a lot of heroes, man. That would be a great group to take out. That would do a lot of damage. Oh, their king... Oh, wait a second. I could knock purple out. That's their leader. And that's their capital. You can see there. Yeah, purple could be out of the game fast, which should be fine with that. I think they've been basically decimated. Their score's got to be awful. Wait a sec. Purple finished their turn already. I might be just out of reach, though, based on where they're currently sitting. Man, I think I'm going to be just out of reach. Oh, if this was on simultaneous turns, I would jump them on the next turn and wreck them, but I can't do that on classic turns, which is fine. I think it makes the game a little more balanced, but I really want to. 2 domain invasions, okay. I think those were both red. Because he was the one moving. Oh no, one of them is those independent units that keep showing up and then running away. I think. And that one's the dang pirate units up there. Alright, so I was doing a little thinking, and I think I need some more reinforcements out in this direction, because these armies, there's only 2 of them. I'd like to have 3 full stacks there before running into too many Mana Corps riders. Down south, I've got machines on the way to reinforce stuff, but here, I do have this group of knights, but they're kind of going to be a little busy up there for a minute, so I want to keep moving forward with that settler. And this knight should be able to help out with that, with this structure here on the next turn. So I'll have them park there for now. I might leave some of these units back because the Draconian could easily send Mana Corps riders or like flyers across the water to go after my elf cities here if I leave them undefended. So I do want to be a little careful about that. I think I'm going to take a slight detour and clear that monster den before it spawns anything more unpleasant. Druid, or this Theocrat army should make it close enough to get it on this turn. There's a couple of bears in there, but this group is seasoned warriors. They'll be fine. Did I just attack with the pikeman? I wanted to make sure I was attacking with the right unit. Actually, that'll drop an item. I should attack with the Theocrat because he'll pick it up. Okay, now we can attack. This just prevents, you know, animals from spawning and messing stuff up behind me. Nobody likes that. Really see how an ogre or a troll should get disgusted from disgusting stench. From a lore perspective, it doesn't seem to me like that would matter. Alright. You are welcome to go after those pikemen if you want. I don't care if you have overwhelm. They're going to wreck his day. I'm actually going to go after that monkey too. Just hit him. The monkeys will sprint, which is always annoying, but that's just the way it is. And there's the other bear. Alright. I want to position my units. Well, actually, I definitely want to block this route with the knight. But he could easily get overwhelmed if I'm not careful. Instead, I think I'm going to block this route with the druid where only one thing can attack it. Yeah, if I do this, and then put these guys here and here, that basically prevents any single unit from being able to be ganged up on. Okay, healing for the pikemen. Let me get this thing out of his way. And the knights are going to be just fine with that bear. They don't have lifesteal, though. Probably worth healing them. And that unit, if he's just going to stand there, might make for a decent scout. I'll go ahead and try to convert him. They've got tunneling too, so I'm sure I could make use of him. In fact, could send him to the Naga city and start digging that out for wetlands. Is there any way I can maybe immolate him? No critical hits, please. Okay, that increases to 65%. Got it. Yeah, I might be able to just send him underground. That's probably where he's going. I'll send him straight after the Naga City. Actually, he might be more useful exploring this area, the other underground that I decided not to send my sorcerer to. I mean, I do have this spy drone over here, which should probably keep looking around, but I don't know, I'm sure there's stuff back here to see. Oh, hey, this goes all the way around. Okay. This is just another path through there. Okay, the Quiver of Lightning has arrived at her, and I need to send that right back to the sorcerer. And there was another item that she was waiting on that I think I was going to give to someone else. She has lifesteal. Where's life drain? Life drain. Greater life drain. She already has greater life drain. I don't know if it can get any better, but actually I can test that. Because I got this vampire spider here, which also gives lifesteal. If I put that on, she still has greater life drain for 9 to 12. So I think it's kind of wasted on her right now, because she's got lifesteal from just the hero upgrade, the basic hero upgrade. Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, and then she's got life drain from the sword. Yeah, she's already pretty much maxed out with life drain, I think. I don't think it can get better than that. So this spider is going to go to the warlord, who I'm kind of shaping up to be a tireless, absorb a bunch of damage type guy. I do want to check and see what items he's got, though. If he has a mount already or not. I think he's got something, but I don't remember what. No, he actually doesn't have a mount at all. Neither does my king, for that matter. So I'm going to send that his way. Alright. Back to the Necro. Yeah, send this on over. And then I'm not sure what about these. I got 2 artifact items here that I really should do something with. I kind of like Phase, and Lucky's okay on her because I got the Straw Hat of the Happy Farmer to go with that. I don't know that I'd really need that for anybody else. If I had a Halfling, I'd probably give it to them to get very lucky. The Theocrat could use another accessory. You know what? I think that in her case, she would actually be better off having, maybe not having Phase, and having this Inflict Chilling thing, because Inflict Chilling will pair nicely with the frost damage that Black Bolts does. This I will probably give to the Theocrat, and then that Phase item, what hero would be useful to be able to Phase? Somebody who I might want to get out of a bad situation very quickly. Honestly, maybe my king. Nothing else is really standing out to me. I'm probably missing something. But maybe my king. No, the king's a dreadnought. He could bunker down on defense. I should give Phase to a unit that's a little bit more fragile. Maybe the druid, actually. Yeah, this is a better item for the warlord to have anyway. I'm going to send this to the warlord. And I'm going to send that Phase item to the druid. is he? And then I know he's close, but I'm just going to send this to the theocrat because it'll get there in one turn, and then I won't forget. Okay, so a little bit of item management done and out of the way there. You back there. The goblin will move out on the next turn. I could probably clear that and get a free structure in a city. I mean, I'm really close. I think I'll do that on the next turn. And then maybe go after that ziggurat, but then I got to get moving on that ferry quest. And that army might be able to go take it. I don't know. There could be Draconian warlord stuff in the area, so I'm a little nervous, but yeah, I got to start thinking about Manicore riders operating in this area. I think I'll be okay here, because no, I kind of want them down there to help clear that ziggurat anyway, so yeah, I'll play it safe and not send these armies out by themselves just yet. Oh my gosh, all the hero level ups, by the way, just a ton of them. I'm saving that one for later. King's Army, I might get Forge Aprons for them a bit later if I ever get to stabilize Manicore. I will probably use that, and having fire-resistant units would be extremely helpful. But if I do that, I'm probably going to want to reshuffle my King's Army to have more Firstborns and fire-immune units in it anyway. It's 5. It's a lot. Actually, it'd be pretty cheap for me to upgrade my defense even more and just turn this guy into an absolute tank. I think I'm going to do that. I mean, why not? I've got 5 points to spend. He now has 24 defense. That just sounds like fun. Sorcerer upgraded again, which gives me Sorcery 5, which I think, yeah, that's what I was saying. In 2 levels, I should be able to get Chaos Rift. So I'm going to grab this now and save my points. Because I don't remember exactly how much Chaos Rift costs, but I think it's more than 6, so it'll probably be 2 levels before I can get that. I've got that knight here now. This guy's army is pretty heavy on the machines, and I kind of want to get another living, breathing unit in here. I think if anybody's going to go, it's probably going to be the cannon, and because I just love flame tanks too much. So I'm going to send that cannon back. Well, actually, why would I send it back? I should send it forwards. I'll probably send it out. Okay, I'll send it out there towards the front line, because the armies that I have with my Theocrat and my Necromancer are really short on siege. So having a cannon in the mix will be nice. And then this knight can help them clear some stuff. Speaking of which, let's pick up some more XP here. Alright, they're going to play it safe, so that's fine with me. In fact, I'm going to give my machines a chance to get ready to fire. Alright, so now I can just cause trouble. I think this guy's mortar will reach far enough to tick them off, so I'm going to just lure him into coming to me. You know, maybe... Okay, they're going to heal. Yeah, I was a little worried for a second about all of them ganging up on the sorcerer, phasing on him, but looks like I'm okay. Well, I think I know what I want to do with this flame tank. If I am not mistaken, it would probably want it sitting here. And there I could burn both of those. Okay, sweet, a critical hit. Well, that basically solves that problem. I may as well ram with this thing. King could take a chance at trying to stun somebody, but I think I'm gonna hold my ground. I just said king, he's not my king. I'm gonna hold my ground here for a second and see what they do. Oh, they raise cadavers. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised about that. Alright, well, that's about enough of you guys, I think. Is there anything that'd be better against them? Not really. I'm just going for the stun there, I suppose. Alright, I want you off of him. Oh no, I've been ghoul cursed. Target cannot be affected. Archon casters? Maybe it's... oh, it must be behind. Okay, it's behind something. That makes sense. I don't suppose that I can cover behind something and still shoot. I'm just going to try to... Okay, I'm just going to do that. We will gladly take the hit from the cadaver if it means blowing up all that stuff. Alright, now is the time to repair machine. Look for anyone that needs a little patching up, like that knight. That's not a knight. That's a knight. Alright. Bowman's Signet Ring. Night vision, cave crawling. Might come in handy. Might come in handy for the sorcerer being underground. He's already got a vision range upgrade too, so that kind of works well with him. He's also got Touch of Faith, which is kind of interesting. I actually kind of want to keep that because that's going to make it easier to level him up. You know, this item is actually not that great. I probably should have sold this. But my king could use more defense, and he doesn't have... He is short one item, I think. Although he's got that... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send that to my king. He's short one item, and he could always use the extra defense. There we go. I kind of wanted to pair it with this one, but that's a little too useful on the Frostling because of the fire protection that it's giving him. And this is a little too useful because I didn't use it that battle, but I should be using that to use Touch by Faith a lot and help him level up. So, yeah. Alright. Cool. Well, moving on. These guys are gonna go... I think there's a path through there. Yeah, it looks like there's a path straight through here probably, so... I'm gonna go this way. Yep. And then I can probably get that city on either the next turn or the turn after. That item works good on her. Alright. Sustainable warfare might be useful. I don't know. I've got a bunch of tier 3 units there, and I'm making a ton of gold, so I don't know how useful that actually is. I kind of am thinking that maybe just giving him regrowth isn't a bad idea, just for the sake of helping keep him alive. Druidry 8 isn't bad either, but I think I've got enough casting points on him as it is, so I'll go ahead and just give him regrowth, just to be safe. Alright, we got a handful of structures here. I'm not sure what order I want to do this in. Probably go after the mine first, since it's a little further away. Yeah, I'll let him go after it. No mercy because I want to be evil. Should be able to knock these battles out pretty quick. I'm almost on the verge of doing auto combat in some cases, but I mean, it's just not as good. Like, you just miss out on so many XP opportunities. Plus, the computers just have a remarkable tendency to do stupid things and get your units killed. surprised they didn't come out and try throwing curse. Oh, never mind, there's the curse. Alright, well, I think I can just get real aggressive with these guys. Let's start off with a lightning bolt. Stun the guy in back, so that's good. Get wrecked. This army is very melee heavy. I mean, aside from the druid. Yes, keep throwing stuff at him. The guy who is just going to regenerate all the damage. Alright, I'm going to send them through and go after those guys. Yeah, we'll see what these guys do. They don't have enough health to move away, so they'll probably melee attack, but I was thinking about, oh wait, I need to do this. Gotta always remember to do that. Yeah, morons. Just gonna let the spider web them for just a little bit more XP, but that's alright. Alright, any little bit of gold helps. Considering how much stuff I'm currently building. I can just kind of keep the ball rolling on all that. For the sake of movement points, I'm going to send the knight in to deal with this. I should get an animal out of here, which I can turn around and sell for a little extra money. So financially, I'm doing pretty well right now, I think. Oh wait, just always remember, do this. Yeah, I kind of like having regrowth on that guy, because if nothing else, he's just absorbing damage that he then turns around and heals. Nice, I stunned the troll. I think that pretty much ends this battle for these guys. Alright, let's see. Spider can try to web. That's XP. And Druid can heal somebody? I think that's about all. Let the big beetles finish it off, because they really need XP. They're pretty squishy compared to my knights right now. Yeah, Warg, I'm going to sell that. Okay, so I kind of got a little distracted there, but how's my navy doing? Ah, man. So darn close. Just one tile away. Okay, so what I'm going to do is embark those units, send the navy around to protect them, because I can get it adjacent to these units at least. These guys almost certainly can't get over there in time, so it should be safe embarking the knight and the spider too. And I can get the cannon in too. Alright, good. Because I'm going to need a lot of firepower going after this city. And then we'll see what they do with all those heroes. I got a feeling they're going to try to put them back in the city, but there's nothing I can do about that if that's what they try to do. I actually didn't need to send those boats back there. That was kind of a mistake because that army can't reach them anyway. The embarked army of heroes cannot reach my embarked army of units. So, yeah, I really should have probably sent the boats at a different angle to try to cut them off or something, but that's alright. Okay, we've got peace offer from fairies. You know, I might actually take this. Is I gotta assume there's going to be a lot of Nightshade fairies in there that are going to be immune to fire, which would make it kind of a pain to take over. I think I'm just going to accept this peace. I mean, that's fine. And then I'll make them a vassal city a little later. These armies are kind of doing other things. And I don't have a force here that's quite ready to take on those fairies. My druid army will be coming through in a while, but I'll just start buddying up with them now. Alright, the Theocrat I've kind of... Oh, wait, there's Divine Justice. Okay, no-brainer. Take that whenever you can get it. Now this whole army has Resurgence. That's awesome. It makes it far more likely that they can clear... They might be able to take out, like, one of these structures now, as long as I can protect the Theocrat himself. Really nice, too, because I don't have to worry about the Phalanx dying and disappearing forever. So, that's kind of reassuring. Free production of Builder's Hall, which is nice. I'll go straight for the storehouse after that. We've got... Oh, we got another structure to clear here. Okay, so in this case, I was talking about this in the last episode. I need to build the road carefully. Okay, yeah. Alright, that's good. And then this guy can probably make it to that tomb. And now we're just going to go burn up a whole bunch of undead. Which... I need to be careful here because my units are going to probably get surrounded by Deathbringers. And I can't really use the flame tanks in areas where there's other flame tanks very safely. Alright, we're going to open this up with a shot from the Juggernaut, I think, and just lure everything down. Come on down, gentlemen. Okay, do that. We'll just wait and reload and shoot again. Alright, so I need to be careful about how I position these, but I think I can do this. I'll move here, which catches two of them, like that. Move this one here, and get that one again. Critical hit, so they're down. Move this guy here, and I can do this. Okay, well, that decimates most of their army before it even gets to me. I don't want to take too much damage here because can't repair these machines yet. Alright, how to get that Wraith out of that position? As it's kind of annoying. Oh wait, I'm not held in there by the Wraith. Actually move him over here. That turns the Wraith around. Alright, cool. The crossbows can actually finish him off. Alright, and that opens everyone else to just torch these guys. Nice thing about flame tanks, you can point blank their range attack. Oops, I'm gonna hit my own tank if I do that. Anything worthwhile in here? Effigy of the... Whoa. Necromantic aura and heal undead. That seems useful. I already think I have necromantic. Well, maybe I don't. I might send that to the necromancer because... Yeah, I'm going to take that and send it to the necromancer because that's less hero upgrade points I have to spend on that and can use them for something else. I don't think I already have that. If I do, then that's kind of a mistake, but not the end of the world. Alright, and this flame tank is going to slow everybody else down. I really want the others towards the front lines as soon as possible, so... and I can probably... Actually, you know what? I'm going to need them all together anyway, because I'm going to be going after that structure right there. Nevertheless, I guess I should get these guys a little movement ahead. Oh, wait, no. The reason I brought them down here is to go after all this stuff. Which is... partially a small problem because I think those fairies are resistant or immune to fire. They're resistant to it. But everything else should die just fine from this, and the Horn God is actually weak to fire, 20%, so that's kind of why I made a bunch of flame tanks. Vampiric Sword is done. I believe this was going to go to the Warlord. A lot of item management in this one. Alright, and what next? How about... So I want to keep forging items. We'll go with another seduce item, probably. Actually, I kind of want a healing item. There's a couple armies that could use it, I think. I got repair kits for everybody, but... Yeah, I'm gonna make a healing item. We're gonna get that pink potion, so I can remember what it looks like off the fly. And I'm pretty sure I clicked right when I could have gone left like 2 spaces. There it goes. Potion of healing. All right. That'll only take 1 turn to make too. I'm making items faster there. Is she able to get necromantic aura? She doesn't have it already, so that's good. Maybe that comes at level 11. I do definitely want to get Inflict Ghoul Curse. Yeah, I want that. That's too good to pass up. Control Undead, also very useful, but I think I kind of want Inflict Curse, because that'll really pair well with the Theocrat's Convert. You know, now that I think of it, I could betray the Archons over here, take their stuff, and get a Titan. That's probably not a bad idea. Slow is researched. I can grab something in 1 turn here, so what do I want? I've got 632 plus 240. Probably want to get the most expensive things I can get. Actually, I've been kind of wanting Terraformer for a while, so I'm going to grab that. Yeah. So I may be able to get a little bit more, because I still got 100 left. Yeah, so I can get... Could get Stoning. I get half progress towards Summon Earth Elemental, but I'd rather... you definitely want to like get the entire spell when you can, because... You know, there's been several times, actually, that Flashbang I thought would be very useful. And I can research any of these in 1 turn, so it doesn't really matter which one I get. So I'm going to get Flashbang. I've wanted that a couple times and didn't have it. Forge Blast. You know, does Destabilized Mana Core come... That's a combat spell. And I think that's a Dreadnought thing, right? I haven't played Dreadnought. I'm going to look this up real quick. I don't play Dreadnought very often, so I'm still learning a lot here, but... Destabilized Mana Core. That is a combat spell for Dreadnought. That's a tier 7 Dreadnought spell. Okay. That's what that is. Alright. I'm just not sure how I get to it. You know, I could use summons. I'm going to have a lot of mana. I could use summoned units. I could probably use some earth elementals. So I think I'll grab that. This item, that helmet there, I think I was considering giving that to somebody else. I could give it to the Dreadnought as almost a joke, but no, I guess not. He's the Warlord already has strong will, so I don't really need to give it to him because it'd be kind of a waste. So I'm gonna leave it on the Sorcerer for now. It actually that might go well on the Necromancer if I ditch the Lucky, because she's gonna get that Effigy of the Lich King anyway. If I ditch the Lucky, give that to somebody else, like maybe for example the Sorcerer, and then give her the helmet, that makes her an even more powerful melee fighter. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give this to the Sorcerer, as well as that hat. And I'm going to give this to her. Right there. And then the Sorcerer... Oh man, I've moved around so many items this game. I probably should have done this off camera. I apologize for doing all this on camera like this. But it just makes so much more sense to put some of these with different people. This also could go to the Necromancer because she doesn't have a shield. Whereas that would go to him. This would go to the Necro. Then I could put this Lucky Jewel with him. Oh, I think I'd already kind of decided that I liked his items there, though. Maybe another hero would benefit more from Lucky. Maybe the Theocrat, because he's got all the happiness buffs. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send the Dragon Slayer helmet to the Sorcerer. And those need to go to the Theocrat. I need to remember that because I can't redirect them now that I've started sending them to somebody, unfortunately. But I need to send those to the Theocrat because he'll probably benefit more from all the happiness buffs. I'll go ahead and attach some of these items to the heroes that are going to have them so I don't forget to do this later. That's going to her. This is going to her. Turn her into more of a melee fighter. He's not going to end up using that Elemental Slayer item, so I'll keep that off of him for now. And the Warlord needs that, needs this, and will eventually use that Lifesteal Sword once I can get it. Okay, I think everybody's set. That was a lot of item management, but I kind of needed to get that done. Did I get that? Be the first to have 100 units. I got Centurion. I've never get Centurion. Oh, that's cool. Well, that bodes well for me. That would explain why all my heroes leveled up on this turn. Okay, that makes sense now. I don't notice those Empire quests until too late half the time. Let's go ahead and grab the Master's Guild for extra production so I can blow through the rest of that. This Grand Palace is done. This might not be a bad city to make some Forge Priests once the borders grow a little bit more. In 5 turns. I'll go ahead and throw up a stone wall. I can get a little faster. I could probably use some more Forge Priests. And I also want the benefits that that structure will provide. So yeah, stone walls seem like a good call there. As well as here for the extra border growth. How many turns before that grows? You know, I think I'd rather have the laboratory, because I could build the laboratory in 1 turn and then the observatory in 1 turn after that, and that's more research. So I think I'm going to go with that route. And then in 2 turns the borders will grow, so that'll be just in time to get the enchanted tree regardless. Alright, I've made enough tanks here for now, I think. I'm going to make probably like 2 golems, because I want 1 in each of my frontline armies. It might be worth making another engineer, although I'm not 100% sold on that just yet. But then I'll probably go back to making a bunch of juggernauts. I'm just going to do that for now. Just keep making tanks. Oh yeah, I should queue up a bunch of this stuff. Like that. Anything that goes towards a Grand Palace. I'm going to have so many casting points in this game. I could use them. That's for sure. Okay, this city actually is going to grow its border in 1 turn, which makes me think Observatory is the way to go here, because that'll put this in its borders, and that'll really help out with my money. Continue exploring the rapids, grab haste berries where I can get them. Well, hi there. These guys can't get me. I'm safe here. And here. I could actually grab that tower on the next turn if I think about it. Alright, the shortest way down south is probably going to be through that tunnel and following all the roads, so that's where the settler's going to go. This Juggernaut was intended to help bolster the siege capabilities of these frontline armies, so I'll keep sending him this direction. There's a Forbidden Sanctum I would like to clear there, but I don't know if I really have time for it, so I'm going to leave the Sun Guard hanging around there here, because I'm going to try to put together a 3rd army to hang out with these units. I think the Sun Guard, I mean, he's not great, but it'll be something, you know. It's better than nothing. I don't know for sure what I'm going to do with these knights, because I don't really want to spend the time to embark them, but they'll probably hang out around here until I need them for something. Actually, I may as well just have them in position to embark. I don't know that, like I said, I don't know if I'll be able to actually do anything with them, but they'll be there if I need extra backup on that island, if purple reinforces it. Alright, and then this spy drone is going to try to probably shortcut across. For now, I'll have it sit on the mountain, because I kind of want to keep an eye on purple. They don't really have anywhere to run, so I think those units most likely will just go back to that island. I never did clear that Heart of the Arctic there. Should probably get that. That's something these guys can do on the next turn, hopefully. Alright, this guy's just about done digging all this out. Have those units wait, and the Golem is kind of a question mark right now. So he is going to be really useful against those Tiger and Manticore Riders, and I do love Tireless. Plus, he's a champion 1. I just don't know who I should drop to replace him, because that Engineer is a little too useful in that group. And all my other units, honestly, are too. I'll keep him. I'm going to keep him back with these units. I will move him up eventually once I get some reinforcements here and actually form a proper 3rd army. But for the time being, I kind of want to keep him on defense, just in case anything comes down through here. I've got these armies operating in this area, and this city's kind of out of the way. If they're going up the cave entrance, the only thing that can go after Nimic is going to come through the cave entrance, probably. So I actually probably should reinforce this city for the most part. So I'm going to send them back. I'll grab the haste berries and park here for now. And maybe I'll leave that nightshade there, that nightmare there for the moment. But yeah, I'll have these guys kind of hang out together here and probably camp for now, just because this city is probably one of the most vulnerable ones that I have right now. Plus, I'm going to eventually need a force here to kind of clear these structures out in this area if I'm going to make room for that elf city that I want to put down here. Okay, I think this battle is going to be one for the next episode, clearing that Forbidden Sanctum. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up here. Hopefully the audio worked in this episode. Like I said, I really have no idea what went wrong with the last one. So I'm hoping you guys were still able to, kind of understand what was going on in the video, despite the fact that I wasn't narrating everything. But yeah, sorry about that. Like I said, I have no idea what went wrong, so I'll try to keep an eye on that next time and actually check before I post. But yes, thanks so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next episode. Merry Christmas, by the way. One last thing on that note, I should probably mention there will probably be only one episode going up next week as a result of Christmas. I'm going to be home with family, away from my computer here, so probably just one episode next Thursday, more likely than not. Just wanted to let everybody know. Thanks for watching. See you next time.